Hello, this is Mac Thornberry, and welcome to another edition of our video mailbox. There's been a lot in the news recently, and Patrick from Amarillo writes, I've not heard where Mr. Thornberry stands on the IRS and Department of Justice scandals. I'm deeply concerned that targeting political groups in the press is opening a very slippery slope that is characteristic of totalitarian state. This looks like it is a significant abuse of power. Well, Patrick, I agree with you, and I'm very concerned about this and the pattern of activity. So all of us, I think, would agree that leaks of classified information that endanger our national security should be stopped. And I think most of us agree that everyone should comply with the tax laws. But what is very disturbing here is it looks like that there were certain groups who were targeted for political reasons. And that is a characteristic of a totalitarian state and runs counter to the fundamentals bedrock of our democracy, particularly when you look at the IRS and how central it is, or what a role it plays in all our lives. They can get in with just the request to all of your finances and learn about all of your activity. And their power is only going to grow under the new health care bill because it's the IRS that is the agency that is responsible for enforcing Obamacare. So the power they have, the power they will have, has absolutely got to be used beyond reproach. And so when the news comes out that they target conservative groups or target any group for political reasons or particular kinds of political groups, it is deeply, deeply disturbing. I've sent a letter to the Secretary of the Treasury who oversees the IRS, as well as the acting commissioner of the IRS, listing a number of questions that they've got to answer. And I think Congress will absolutely stay on this to demand that they get answers. And that is our job under the Constitution. Not to make a political show, but to follow the facts and follow them relentlessly to wherever they lead us. And then those who have abused their power should be held responsible. I also think it's a reminder of the dangers of big government. And some of these agencies in particular are not accountable to anybody. They can go off on their own. And so it is really important that we look at all of these agencies, EPA, SEC, all the three-letter agencies you can name. And I favor a sunset clause that would have them expire unless they were specifically renewed by a vote of Congress and with a new law. But it also reminds us that the simpler the laws we pass, the less room there is for abuse. So I'm still hopeful that later this year, the House and the Senate and even the President can agree to simplify our very complicated tax code and reduce the influence that the IRS has over all our lives. This is a pattern of activity that is very disturbing, and I agree with you completely. We have got to get to the bottom of the matter and do whatever it takes to stop it. That's it for this week. Again, thanks for listening. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.